You're tuned into the New Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at BringingDownTheBand.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Indie CD and Vinyl. Support the New Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 131 of the New Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7. I'm working on my intro.
Shut up.
Hater. Longevity, how are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. Good to see you, as always.
You too.
In the corner, fresh to death, rocking the Printfinity exclusive, as always, DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations.
What's happening, man?
What's good, my friend?
I can't call it. You good?
I'm all right, man. I'm feeling good.
Is there a name for that sweatshirt? Is there, do you call it?
This is just the signature Indiana. I just flipped it a little different to make it
2.0.
look like
2.0.
a shopping bag. You know, the thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can just, Printfinity is the name, huh?
It's the brand.
It's the brand. I like it. That
Indeed.
is fresh, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Printfinity is one of our partners as well. I see you.
Oh, see, mine didn't have that.
Oh.
On the sleeve. That is exclusive, yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Because I got a black hoodie of that, but it does not have that's an exclusive.
Joint.
You know, sometimes the designs are constantly evolving. So,
Right, man, you know what? I didn't complain.
yeah.
Not at all.
All good, man. You're the designer. You can do whatever you want, bro.
Got to try them out, man. Make sure they work. So we
Gotcha.
see you over there. To my left, the incomparable DJ Spoolz.
Hello, Michael.
How are you, sir?
Doing all right. How are you?
I can't complain. Good to see you as always.
Likewise.
Heard the Night Rider noise. Appreciate you over there. Red August is in the building as well. Red August, how are you, sir?
Hello, Michael.
Oh,
It's a great intro.
yeah. We decided to, as you all know, we've began to mic up Mike from Red August. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still
How
not
many
comfortable
mics do
with
we
it.
have on the show now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I see
7
what you
mics.
did.
There's
Yes, I see
7
what you
mics
did.
on the show now.
Sometimes more.
So
Dang.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Jay Moore is in the building around here somewhere. St. Louis is in the building. Kansas City Mac is in the building. You might hear from him. I don't know, maybe in the
How is he
background or
St.
something.
Louis and Kansas City, Mac? His pimping just extends that much, huh?
Out there.
Got you.
Out there. So
Cross state lines.
Pimpin'
Facts.
since been pimpin'
since been pimping.
Popcorn. Player.
Shout out to the rest of our partners. I already
Yeah.
mentioned Printfinity, but Coleman Dental 317-255-8546. Make sure you get your teeth is right. Bringing down the band as always is the Hub, Indie CD and Vinyl as well. We appreciate them also. And No Bad Ideas. This is a different one here. I think this has Lone written all over it.
It's a
Bad
driver.
Ideas.
It's a driver hat.
That's prime for the golf course.
I could definitely see Lone driving a golf
See, I
cart
feel like
with this.
Stevie Wonder back when he was like 19 would have worn that.
It would
Not
have
mad
had to
at
be
that.
more apple, more blossomy. a
Yeah,
little
like
bit.
balloon, like out more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could definitely see Lone, on a golf cart with this. No doubt about it.
Gallagher.
Just
with some
put it back where I
Argyle
had it.
socks.
Huh?
With some Argyle socks.
Yeah, Argyle. Yeah.
Hey, man, don't trip on Argyle, man. Argyle's dope.
No, I'm not tripping.
Yeah, it's a grown pattern. Grown
Yeah.
folks wear Argyle. Yeah.
Gargoyle.
You're damn
Yeah.
right. This is
But y'all used to watch the Gargoyle cartoon back in the day.
no.
Y'all ain't hip?
I'm hip. I didn't watch it though.
Yeah, I'm hip, but I'm,
That shit was all right.
I'm neither hip nor did I watch it.
All right, it was all right to me.
Was it better than Hammerman?
It
was?
Yeah.
Whenever there is crime,
Hey,
some punks are gonna do time.
tell us,
Hammer
fools.
man.
Hammer.
Hammer man.
Hey.
Y'all see he on tour, and that's the poster for the tour. It's like Hammer and Friends,
Oh, word?
but it's that cartoon dude with cartoon Hammer
with the glasses and
with
everything.
the glasses
the parts.
and shit. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I don't know how many seasons.
I hope he's getting
He
so
probably
much,
got,
so
got
much
a
money
good
off
one
of
season
this.
out there.
Yeah. About half.
Oh, it was a season. It wasn't a tour.
No, it's the cartoon itself.
Oh.
Probably got a hot
About-
season.
about half a
or
season.
two.
You know what I
Yeah.
always heard about him?
What's that?
From other Bay, because he's from the Bay. He's from Oakland. But from other Bay Area people, whenever they interview him and they like somebody tries to bring up Hammer, and especially if somebody tries to kind of like front on Hammer,
Yeah.
everybody's quick to be like, "Yo, MC Hammer will beat your ass, dude."
He's the type of guy that don't want to talk
Bust
to you
your
in a man in
motherfucking
your
ass.
face.
Like it always like, and that's like, and then the person's just like, "Oh,
Yeah, he want to talk to you and your man in your face.
In your
Yes.
Man, in your face.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the him and what was the dude's from Third Base?
Search, yeah.
MC Search
Search.
story back in
Yeah.
the
They
day.
had
Yeah,
a
I
bag
heard
on
that
his
shit.
head, as Boosie would say.
Yeah.
They had a bag on his
Indeed.
head.
Hammer was not that dude to play. I think it was Mr. Fab. He was like, he will punch you in the mouth. Like, he's like
Yeah, they had them pants fucked up.
yep.
Them
Hey,
pants was made for doing roundhouses.
Speaking
Chuck Norris style.
You are right, sir.
speaking
Those
of
are roundhouse savvy pants.
Yeah,
friend.
definitely.
speaking of West Coast legends, I heard getting disrespected, man. Games manager Whack 100 for some reason is out here calling E40 all types of names
Really?
about some type of business that went wrong or some money that wasn't paid or some type of venture or something. But to Spool's point about Hammer, I'm like, I don't think E40. I think also he's another one of those people I would not bother from out that way. If it was me,
But if it's an issue like that, that's grown man BI. I
It
don't
is.
know nothing. I ain't got nothing to
I
do
stay out
with
of grown
that.
folks' business. But
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that situation. I can't speak on either side.
hey,
E40 ain't said nothing.
he ain't said a word.
Well,
So-
I ain't. Hey,
We'll see.
they
Which
got
is exactly what I would expect from you for. That's all
Yeah.
I'll say about this. Like,
Right.
you guys know I'm a big fan. Just kind of
Oh, for sure. Legend.
like
period.
this. He handled it exactly how you're supposed to handle something like that.
40's grown. Grown.
Yep.
Yeah, grown man
And I
BI.
hope
when I said
all
they
I'll say
gotta-
about this too is that I hope it works out
I do.
and nobody gets hurt, man.
100%. Good point, Spoolz. All right, so do we have any? Thank you, sir. Do we have any announcements or anything popping this week before we get started with the rundown?
You're
What you got? Talk to me.
well, as usual, Sean bringing down the band. David Peck is at
Patron sake.
patron saint for Lo-Fi Beat Social. I am
Lo-fi
doing
Saturday
the same night.
That's
yeah,
Saturday
night
from
yes,
7 to 10.
7 to 10. After that, you can go to Kruger's where I'll be spinning some shit
Okay.
from 11 until they decide to close, shut it down.
Nice.
We know where Jay Moore is going to be all over the city.
Yes, sir.
He's going to be at
Tiki Bob's.
Tiki Bob's.
on
Then he will
Thursday.
be at
Casbah.
Casbah Friday.
Saturday.
Or Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
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 He will be at Brad's East on Thursday night.
Come on down.
He will be at the Red Velvet. Was it Red? The Red Garter.
Hey.
Oh,
No, I'm
Nobody
just, I'm
goes
just
to the
making
Red
those
Garter.
up.
Nobody?
man, the Red Garter is trash.
I've never been.
It's
Sounds like a
trash.
strip club.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
No, I think Jay Moore will be at Epic on Friday.
Friday and then
Yeah.
the Casbah on Saturday.
And
Yeah.
then coaches on Tuesday.
Indeed.
It's a busy man.
And then the Sunset's Grip on Sunday. No, I just made that up.
First
First
Fridays.
Fridays.
First Friday.
Oh, yeah. First Fridays.
Hi-Fi,
Epic.
right?
Hi-Fi.
Oh,
yeah.
Epic.
Jay, I was trying
No,
to
high
tell him
five.
how you're breaking into the script
Oh,
club.
never mind. You are right.
Game.
This is that off week. So the first Friday at Hi-Fi. Got you.
I told him you're going to be at
Academics.
Red Garter, Brad's East, and the Sunset Script. That's right, man.
Hey,
Nothing
get
wrong
them
with
bags wherever
that's
you
what
can
I'm
get
saying, man.
Jay Moore, get
Shit.
that bag, bro. Yes, sir. Oh, I think that'll do it.
I made
Indeed.
that up. He's not going to be at strip clubs.
He might.
They'll pay him.
Or did I?
They got chicken wings
about-
They got
Yeah.
chicken wings.
and fries.
And his baritone
You know what
game
I
was
never
high.
never thought was a cool combination ever?
What?
What's that?
Strip clubs and buffets.
I've never fancied the buffet per se,
Yeah.
but I have indulged in some chicken wings and fries.
At the titty bar, at the strip club?
Indeed.
I don't feel like I want to put shit in my mouth at a strip club.
Yeah, you might.
You might.
I just never, to me, it's
Shit
not like, I
in
don't-
my mouth.
Oh, well.
I don't know. Just always was a weird combo to me.
They have some of the best chicken wings in the game.
Which one?
Sunset.
Yeah.
You know, they used to have out at Brad's East, they had this little hot dog stand.
Yeah, they had the popcorn in there too. You
Yep.
can get you a bag of popcorn if you fancy popcorn while you're looking at strippers.
Yep.
Yeah. I can see
But
that.
just always,
Yeah.
anyway, sorry, that was a derailment. But
So-
I
so
always thought that was
strippers-
weird.
People, never mind.
yeah.
What?
No.
Go ahead, I
Good
want to hear
job.
what you have to
Sorry.
say.
I don't. I don't.
Yeah, eat chicken and have buttery fingers. And then,
Oh.
you know,
I mean, not necessarily. It depends on what you go in there for. So you enjoy your chicken dinner.
Yeah.
right?
your French fries. You know what I'm saying?
Like in the back a little.
Yeah, kind of sit off to the side a little bit.
Like not on the row.
Nah, you don't want to go
You're not eating wings on the row and just
throwing chicken bones on stage and shit.
It's like, hold up.
Dude, one time Gucci Mane took this picture.
This is
before he went to prison.
around, yeah.
This is before he went to prison. He took this picture, and it was a grilled cheese sandwich with just the crust of a grilled cheese sandwich inside of a stripper's like thong. He goes, all I tipped this bitch was the crust of my grilled cheese for that whack ass lap dance.
Damn. So what strip club was he at where they're sold golden brown grilled cheese sandwiches?
I bet he brought it. I bet he brought it with him.
Did it have tomato soup?
Yeah, I bet he came in with it.
Word?
Yeah.
Hey Terry, they give you with that
If
wing
you're
dinner.
Gucci Mane, you're coming to the strip club and you happen to be holding like a grilled cheese. They're not gonna like deny you entry.
Hell
Like,
no.
come on in, man. Like, yeah.
Was it a Texas toast grilled cheese?
I don't. It looked
I hope
solid.
so.
Yeah. I don't know.
Texas toast makes the story better.
I mean, because you would be able to tell what kind of. She wasn't even good enough for
It
Texas
wasn't
toast.
thick
She
bread.
wasn't even good for that.
So it was like
That
Wonder
was like
Bread.
a Wonder Bread grilled cheese.
Shout out to Wonder Bread though. They ain't pay us, but still.
Did he have a side
Sorry
of
about
tomato
that,
soup?
Real quick, I want to thank Sean, Mike, Maja 7th, and Jay Moore for helping me and my father move a bunch of
Yes.
shit on Saturday.
There you
Appreciate it.
go.
Got
For
a
sure.
chance to beat
That's
Sorry, I
Pops.
couldn't
That's
do
what
it.
friends are for. And
So
I
what-
appreciate
so what are
it.
you saying?
Thank you.
What are you saying?
Thank you.
What are you saying?
No, dude, it was a last minute thing.
Okay.
It certainly isn't me shitting on anybody.
All right.
Like,
Because
no,
I'm the
it
only
was
one
a-
that wasn't named, so I'm just saying.
no, nor was he.
I just hear Mike. There's 7 mics on the
Yeah.
show.
So
For everybody
saying?
that's listening out here, you want to know who your real friends are? Watch who answers when you move.
yep.
I'm just giving
Those are
him.
your
I'm
real
just
I know.
giving him
No,
bullshit.
Terry was working. Mike, I asked. He was busy as well. Mike's helped me move. Mike Red August, Maja 7th, has helped me move probably 4 times in the past, 3 or 4 times. Jay Moore, same. So anyway, thanks
all three
again,
of y'all
guys.
helped.
All three
sure.
of y'all.
Appreciate that.
All right, last question about strip
And
club
thanks
food.
for the
before we
elixir.
go
No
to
problem.
the yeah, good looking out. Last question for you.
All
With
right.
with the chicken and the fries, do they give you the little cup of coleslaw?
Dude,
You
that
throw the
was
coleslaw.
That was the question that you wanted to ask?
Is that what you're looking for?
I would like a side of coleslaw, but that's
Really?
just me. Yeah.
That's a little different, though. I mean, you can understand
You know what?
going to a club getting fried food. You know, some shit that had to get nuked a little bit for it to be sanitary.
I feel you.
Coleslaw has to sit,
Yeah.
and it needs to be in
Little
a
cup.
cold
Coleslaw
environment.
is kind of gross.
It's
man.
not, though.
Yeah.
Depends on
When
where
it's
you
done
get it
right,
from.
Spoolz. When it's done right, it's cold.
I'm not eating food at a strip club.
Yeah, back to that point. And also, I was going to say, as much as I like Gucci Mane, I bet he wouldn't do that these days. That's a shitty thing to do to a stripper.
No, he's healthy
100%.
Gucci now.
Yeah, he wouldn't do
He don't
that
even eat.
now.
He don't even eat greasy grilled cheese
Yeah.
sandwiches.
He
no
might.
more.
He might eat
Girls
the
are trying to
vegan
make
grilled
some money,
cheese.
man. Give her a crust of grilled cheese. But it made for a funny Instagram post, I guess,
Yeah,
10 years ago. So.
I laughed.
I
Perhaps
thought
we
it
can
was
get.
funny.
Perhaps we can get to the rundown.
All right, hey, we got time.
How about that?
It's our world. we just want to make sure everything is flowing wonderfully and everybody's paying
100%.
attention.
I think we have their attention.
Cool.
All right, so I hate to start this
Well,
one off
just
this way,
don't
but I got to. You know, Lone probably hadn't seen half of these films about the name. Shout out to John Singleton who passed away.
Definitely. Quick moment of
51.
silence. real
That's
quick,
quite
please.
prejudiced of you.
Oh yes, for sure,
Quick moment of silence.
for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, so John Singleton, we all grew up on John Singleton, except for Lone. Great films.
I don't care.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right?
We need to take these sound bites from him.
I know, right? But John Singleton, man, like he broke down a lot of barriers, man.
He did.
sure.
In terms of being a director, like he's got classics. You talk about Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Higher Learning. He was one of the first dudes to put the, you know, like a lot of the hip hop guys on. You think about the roster, like look at Higher Learning. Go back and look at it. Snoop and Baby Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Those are great movies.
like Cube. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Busta Rhymes. is
Busta
in Higher
Rhymes.
Learning.
Yep.
Obviously, Pac and Poetic Justice.
Yeah.
Regina
King.
King. You know,
Yeah.
she went on to win a Grammy. I mean, not a Grammy. Oscar.
Yeah. And in 92, at 24 years of age, he was the youngest person and the first African American to ever be nominated for Academy Award for Best Director. So
He actually starts shooting that movie right after he graduated from school.
yeah, man, he said there was actually I saw an interview on YouTube where he talked about how he was writing a screenplay in a computer lab, like at school, and he used to stand up and in his mind he used to talk about, like, say certain parts out loud, and people were looking at him like he was crazy as he was tightening it up before he got a chance to pitch it. And he always thought it was gonna be cold, but you think about how dope Boys in the Hood was, and to me, I went back in my mind to be like, damn, John Singleton was in a college computer lab, like tightening up Boys in the
He
Hood.
was mad young.
UCLA.
Yeah. So,
There's a story Spike Lee had about. He said that he met a lot of people, and that John Singleton. He said the first time that he met him, Singleton said that he was going to be a director or whatnot, and Spike said, "I absolutely believed him." You know,
Yeah.
he's like, you get approached by people a lot of times in that aspect. But he said he absolutely believed him when he said he was going to. But he was mad young. I mean, he
Yeah.
died at 51.
51.
Yeah, how did
Yeah.
he pass? Just
Stroke.
He had
He had a
stroke.
stroke,
Man,
and then a coma, and then they took him off life support, I believe.
Damn.
and it sucks because there are reports of, you know what I'm saying, like his family doing what you don't want to see in terms of publicly feuding, trying to, you know, chase down funds and stuff like that. I hate to see stuff like that.
Was he married?
I believe he was married and had a couple children as well.
Okay.
There was an interview with Angela Bassett where she said she was actually, I don't know, maybe a month ago, at a table read or something with one of his kids for something else. You know what I'm saying? So she had just saw him. But yeah, man, that's crazy. He's definitely a
is.
part.
And I know you
our
mentioned
childhood.
some of the movies, Boys in the Hood, obviously, which is
Yeah.
a cultural classic. Poetic Justice,
Janet.
Higher Learning,
Yep.
So Fast, no, Too Fast, Too Furious,
Yep. He's a part
Four
of that.
Brothers.
Yep.
Oh, he
the
did
show,
Four Brothers too.
Yep.
didn't
Yeah,
He
I
did the
didn't know
show.
The show Snowfall, which is a
Oh.
recent show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. I haven't watched that, but I've wanted to do that.
I know what you were thinking about. with
The show, the
yeah.
the concert movie. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there-
Jo and I watched that once, like a few months ago, just hanging out. I was like, damn, that's dope. But
Which is-
anyway,
yeah, that's
John
classic.
Singleton,
Baby
man.
Boy.
Baby Boy.
Yeah. Boys in the Hood to me, man. I remember. So that was 92. Is that what you said?
They started in 90, but I think it came out in, I think 92. I'd have to fact check it, but you might be right. 92.
So kind of give you a little perspective. I'm a 9-year-old white kid, and I watched Boys in the Hood, like, you know, with some friends or whatever.
Yeah.
I had very little knowledge of that,
91.
you know, 91. So
Yep.
I'm 8, right? This is about the time I'm starting to kind of get into rap or you know, and I had no inkling of what any of that was about. And John Singleton brilliantly was able to, like, help me at 8 years old, an 8-year-old white kid from, you know, Indianapolis. I don't want to use the term relate because not necessarily relate, but understand, empathize,
Yeah.
sympathize.
Yep.
Give me a glimpse into a world here in the United States, not too far from where I live, that I wasn't 100% aware of as far as all the effects that it had, why it was the way it was, how it started, you know, all that stuff, man. Boys in the Hood was sharp, man, and that movie's had a tremendous impact on me, I would say.
Yeah, I still remember where
I
I
watched it
was
with
at when
my
I
dad
seen
before, man. Like,
Wow.
no
Word.
shit. Yeah, my dad's
That's-
seen Boys in the Hood a couple times. Like,
it.
yes,
I still remember where I was at when I first seen it. It was actually at a family reunion in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
My aunt took us to go see Boys in the Hood.
Wow.
We weren't supposed to be seeing Boys
At
in
all.
the Hood, but you know, you have a
Yeah.
cool aunt here and there.
Yeah.
She's like, don't tell nobody what I'm taking y'all to see, but we're going to see Boys in the Hood. So I always will, you know what I'm saying? You know how some things
Yep.
kind of trigger every time you watch that or see something or even hear music from certain eras, it triggers a memory, and that's what Boys in the Hood does for me. And it gave definitely a different glimpse as far as what goes on the West Coast and the gang culture there, and it even touched on gentrification, which is big now, especially here.
Huge.
Back then, you know
if you
what I'm
don't
saying?
mind, the most powerful scene in that film to me is the part where Furious, which is the best guy, this is even a great name, Furious Styles.
That name is great.
Explaining gentrification.
Yep, to all the, like, when he takes Trey and he takes them, like, to Compton
Yeah.
and shows them these billboards, and this group of people walks over to basically, just that we're hanging out, like, what are you doing? And he's kind of giving them this lesson about gentrification and not only that, but kind of like, I don't know, man, like giving them tools too, like, if you don't, here's some things you can do too to kind of maybe help the situation, I guess, or whatever. He was teaching.
Definitely.
The interesting thing about
very
that,
powerful.
The interesting thing about that is I didn't catch on to that until in the last probably handful of years when I rewatched it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, he's talking about gentrification all the way back in 1990, 91, 92, which was just a little gem sprinkled in.
Like there was so many
part
bars in there.
The liquor stores and gun stores in
Yep.
Black Neighborhood. I mean, guys, this is. I mean, those were my first seeds planted in me as a person to understand those types of things in the country.
Yeah.
Was it 8 and 9 years old? And I was just, when you're like, what?
Yeah.
All that stuff is
blows
still
your
relevant.
fucking mind. You know what I mean? When you're 9, and hell yeah, it's still relevant.
Still relevant
27
right now.
years later, hell yeah.
Yeah. I remember Dave Chappelle, random sidebar, I remember Dave Chappelle had a skit on Killing Me Softly where he goes, gun store, liquor store, gun store, liquor store. Where the fuck you taking me?
Yeah.
And that always stuck with me, just because it was relatives, like, okay, kind of helped piece shit together to me. Because again, I grew up in Anderson, but Anderson, Indiana is not like
nowhere near
anything off.
Compton.
No. So.
I never really seen gun stores in the hood. I always see liquor stores, churches.
Yeah.
Liquor stores and churches is
Funeral
100% funeral
Liquor
homes.
stores, funeral homes. There's some gun stores around. Not as many. Over on, West Side.
The first gun store I ever saw in my life was the joint outside of Lafayette Square.
You were scared to go in there too, wasn't you?
I'm not a thug though, so
You talking about
That has
Don's?
nothing to do with it.
Don's guns?
that one. That's the
Now,
name
now
of the
they're hearing the real Mike.
store. Terry.
Y'all see why we give him such a hard
Hey
time.
Mike, hey
So we
Red,
had-
You have to be
one in
a
Anderson.
thug just to go into the gun
by
store.
the old
the ammo
Marsh.
store by where old Kmart used to be.
Yeah,
that was
Kmart.
one.
Yeah.
But like Don's was like, oh shit, this is
Well,
a
he had
very, very big
commercials
store.
and shit.
That's what I'm talking
You know.
about.
He just loved to sell them.
Yeah, Terry probably was in there at 14, but
Well, even back on his
Yeah, because they're selling people guns at 14
Definitely.
these days.
How
in Indy.
about that?
Oh,
And he
man.
was
So-
Mike is how old are you now? 30 something.
yes.
Still scared to go in the gun store.
What I need to go in the gun store for?
I don't know. I mean,
So look at the guns, man.
Mike
Okay.
won't even go in the gun store on Grand Theft Auto. See, it's a problem.
That's why you lose.
or the strip club on Grand.
yeah, it's like
If
no.
they got coleslaw, I'm in there.
But
All
e-
right,
but,
man.
e- but even more, but even
you can buy coleslaw.
even more John Singleton. Like on Four Brothers, the interesting part about that, I remember that they came out like in the mid 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
and so Andre was in that, Tyrese
Yeah.
and Wahlberg, and
Yep.
but it was just an interesting story because it was like based out of Detroit,
Yeah.
and it's four brothers who were essentially adopted by, but they're black
Yeah.
and white, and
Or
they
were
kind
they?
of grew
I
up
think
together.
they just grew up in a. They weren't necessarily adopted. They were.
Was it like a
orphans
home?
or
Like a
something.
group, like a group home. type
Group
thing?
something
home,
like that,
maybe.
yeah.
I thought it was adoption too.
I
but
thought it
might
was
be
It might
adoption.
have been. It might have been.
because it was like them. It was
Yeah.
them
What'd you say,
four.
Jay Moore?
Well, first of all, it was me.
I'm not paying attention to you. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Red August?
Foster care.
Foster care.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Okay.
But yeah, like that. Even that, I remember watching that movie with my stepdad, and my brother when it came out multiple times.
Yeah.
Over and over again. It was just kind of like there was just had an allure to it.
Yeah.
Even
John.
like
so-
Baby Boy, which was Taraji P. Henson's first.
I had to
acting
get
gig.
in. I had to Baby Boy. I liked it. I had to watch it again. The first time I watched it, I was like, okay, this is cool. Snoop, blah blah blah.
It's obvious why he didn't like Baby Boy.
Yeah, I was scared of the violence, but I
there
love
strip clubs in
Boys in the Hood was cool though, but I was scared of Baby Boy.
Right.
But
Type of
as I
shit
watched
is
it again, Baby Boy was actually dope, and like I say, he put people on, man. So shout out to John.
Jody
Singleton.
was funny.
Jody was funny. I ain't gonna hold you.
Was it
So
not-
was his homie that played the video games all day.
What was his name?
Omar Gooden's
Omar-
little brother. What's
No,
his name?
Cuba Gooding's little brother Omar.
Omar. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Was
I
it
had it
funny
right.
from anybody else to see Snoop as like a real tough guy?
That shit was hilarious.
I thought so too.
Especially when he whipped up on dude.
Yeah.
When he kind of stared him down. People use it as a meme all the time.
Yeah.
now.
It's so with that like look. Like,
Yeah.
Snoop like 6'4", 100 and what?
100 pounds.
Fuck your fort.
Didn't he also like try to rape a girl in that movie?
He did.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
on some bullshit,
He was
low
on some
key.
bullshit.
Yeah.
He kicked the little dude fort down. I ain't like that, man.
Do you
Yeah,
remember
that was
when
suspect.
The other part I remember a lot from that movie is when, like, Tyrese was talking shit to his mom's boyfriend. Who plays his mom's
Ving
boyfriend?
Rhames.
Ving Rhames. And like Ving Rhames was playing it all cool, and then when his mom went in the other room, he yoked that dude up.
He was in his kitchen butt naked cooking breakfast.
Bruh.
He yoked him up.
That's fucked
He was
up.
like, "Oh, you're gonna keep talking shit." Like
Yeah.
he was just like, it was so
Yo.
funny, and then like let him go,
Yeah.
and then the mom came back in, and he was like, "No, it's fine, we're cool."
You know what's hilarious though? If you go back and watch it,
Yeah.
remember when him and Ving Rhames got into it?
Yeah.
So Ving Rhames, he grabs or throws Jody or something, and his mother jumps all up against the wall. You got to see it.
Bruh. It's making me, I gotta go watch the movie again now.
You didn't
man.
pay attention to it, but
I
just
was asleep.
pay attention to the mom.
How she
when
jumped.
that man, it's just crazy.
It was when they found
And
out
she was Lorraine from House Party. If y'all
She
don't,
was.
she found them growing weed, and somebody growing weed in the backyard. Remember?
yeah,
Shout out to House Party. That's a whole nother.
yeah,
We could go on for that one, but John ain't had nothing to do with that one. So
yeah.
rest in peace, John Singleton.
Indeed.
Man.
Yeah.
So,
True legend.
as someone who
Cultural
does
icon.
film, I would like to say my piece about him. I mean,
Oh,
the way he
shit.
told, you know what?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, but like this is the way he told stories from
Yeah.
a different perspective,
Mhm.
from black people's perspective that live in those conditions. I just appreciated him and what he did. He opened up a lot of doors, and he really kind of opened my eyes up to like just being a director and being involved in film and stuff like that. So I appreciated seeing movies that I could like relate to, and the people who look like me, you know,
Yeah.
in starring roles and stuff like that. So I just appreciated what he did for film, and yeah, that one hurt a little bit. So
Indeed.
There's no Peel, Coogler, all these cats. Like he started that. He made it cool for everybody to come along
the
after the fact.
Hughes brothers.
Hughes brothers, right? Like he's definitely one of the pioneers. So yeah, salute to that man, because he definitely is a legend. So rest in peace to John Singleton. Let's go ahead and get into a little music here. Hov was at Webster Hall for the B-Sides concert that he usually throws. Did you see this video of this, Spoolz?
Nope.
It was dope. Like he had Nas came out, he had Cam come out, Jim Jones came out, and you know they've been beefing for years.
Yeah.
He had a really, really dope freestyle about Nipsey, kind of talking about what his plans were and how he was moving and how we should move moving forward. Like it was real dope. They dropped the music down. It was damn near a cappella, right? And
It was over the somehow some way. Yeah.
and they kind of dropped everything out. I was telling Terry also, we were talking about this prior to coming on, and here's my question in relation to that, because it made me think. So Hov and Nas came out, and they are the legends. Like these guys are the guys we grew up on, the icons. But they also have to get old, continue to get old and age, and move on to do other things. So who do we think will be looked at as the Hov and the Nas? We'll say what, 10, 15 years from now? Because Hov's gonna be 60.
Yeah.
So who are going to be the guys that are going to be revered and looked at as the OGs and legends in this second set, the next generation? I'm coming to Jay Diff first. What do you think? Could you pick 2 or 3 guys you think that would be those torchbearers?
Yeah, I think it's kind of easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
I would say Kendrick,
Okay.
J. Cole,
Okay.
Meek Mill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's definitely an understudy of Jay-Z.
Okay.
And Jay-Z, although he dropped an album called The Blueprint, he's literally laying out the blueprint for these young cats to follow.
Yeah.
I would say Chance, Drake even.
Drake was going to be my wild card to
Oh,
see what
really?
you guys thought about Drake. Kendrick and J. Cole, to me, are the obvious ones.
Yeah.
But Drake, from a popularity standpoint, record sales, I look at him as a pop star, but I think in the generation, the era that we're in now, he could be that person for hip-hop 10, 15 years from now just because of his commercial success.
Depends
To
what he
that,
does.
you guys say what?
Depends what he does.
Yeah.
Does he
Okay.
continue down the same path he's on right now? Which is kind of, he's really kind of not. He doesn't really speak up about really anything, does he?
Nah.
Who's this?
You're talking about Drake.
Drake. I mean, so like right now he's just kind of playing the side. To me, the obvious ones is
Just Kendrick and Cole.
Cole and Kendrick, right?
Spoolz, what you think?
Yeah, those two. What
Those
about
two?
what about Big Crit?
I thought about it, but he
I know
would,
he's
he would
not
have to elevate.
that popularity level.
Yeah,
He would have to elevate in that aspect for me.
that's a good call, actually.
Rest in peace, Mac Miller. We'd be naming him right now, possibly.
Yeah,
I think if he were still around.
Obviously, Nipsey would be. up
yeah,
there.
he was on
Yep.
that. He was definitely on that trajectory
Already,
there. Yeah. I don't know, man. It just made me think because it's like, yo, we watch these guys, and I'm looking at Hove is 50 now, right? So we got a
49.
chance. Is he 49? Well, okay, 49. But it's just crazy to see that these guys are that old. And I got excited when I saw him and Nas going back and forth. Like, to me, it's dope. Like, it's still hip hop.
I need to watch this. Yeah,
Yeah, I think you'll
I
like
don't
it.
think
man.
it's really. It's just a few clips out there. They don't have like the whole performance out or anything like that. I think it's a dope event though.
Yeah.
Is it like an exclusive event?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
More intimate, smaller venue.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
probably exclusively on Tidal, wasn't it?
Nah,
Yeah, I think-
I don't
did they
even
stri-
think
I-
it was on Tidal.
They didn't stream it on Tidal?
I'm not sure. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
Hmm.
I
I
think it was
figured they
just,
would.
I think because the same clips are kind of making its way around.
Yeah.
If there was a stream of the whole thing,
You probably could find
you
it.
would be able to watch it right now, even if it was just on Tidal. You know
I
what I'm
got you.
saying? But I mean, it was very dope.
He been beefing with Cam for a while, man. Cam and Jim, like, I was surprised when he brought them out. I'm not gonna front. Granted, the clips were small, but they've had a falling out for a while. If you think about it,
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
it comes a point in time where people forget what they were even beefing about or what their discrepancy was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, say time heals things.
Yeah,
so, I
growth. I mean, pretty soon you'll probably see him and he'll bring out Kanye.
I was
even,
gonna ask
even
you
though
what you thought
they're
about
not
that.
really beefing per se, but
yeah,
like I was just talking about earlier, I spent all day listening to most of Kanye's projects. Well, from
drop out,
from Dropout all the way up until
Dark Twisted.
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah,
Mm.
And his praise for Rockefeller and Jay-Z was constant.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He was featured on a lot of stuff. The last song on Late Registration was an ode to
Oh, yeah.
Jay-Z.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Big Brother.
I mean,
Was it
one
Big
of these days, I think those two are going to get back together and do some shit. But
I think my only rebuttal to that would be with Jim and Cam. I'm thinking it's more hip hop business. I look at him and Kanye as more like damn near like on some family type stuff, where the relationships may be closer, so it might be a different type of hurt, if you will. So it might take a little bit longer. They talking about wives. They talking about, you know what I mean? Like, it might be a little bit different. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
Or maybe it'll make it that much easier to get over it. Who
That's
knows?
true too. Could be.
I'm gonna throw a wild card out there, depending on how his career continues. I'm gonna say Vic Mensa.
Huh.
I feel like depending on what he chooses to do musically, I like Vic a lot. So I'm curious. This is the same way I like Crit. You know, I feel like Crit has potential to be that legitimate King of the South type guy.
I agree. 100%.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
feel like Vic has that potential. I don't know if his music has matched it necessarily
He's been
of late, but
He came I thought his album was dope, his debut album. I thought he had some heat on there, but he's doing like some grunge type hip hop, different type
Well, he
stuff.
kinda
that's
started
him.
in a
But that's
band,
him.
though.
That is him.
that's him. So
he started
True.
in
Kids
Kids
these-
these days.
But what I'm saying is I
which
don't
wasn't
know.
grunge though.
right.
But what I'm saying is I don't know if that's being received well enough to enhance his brand is what I'm saying.
If
Like
Man, if he's stuck on the Kids These Days route,
yeah.
his music would be in such a different lane right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would.
You know, if he was more prominent, who else we'd be saying right now?
Who's
Somebody
that?
we talked about a lot last week.
Who's that?
Jay Electronica.
Wow. If you think about it,
Maybe.
Jay Electronica checks off the boxes. Lyrical, hip hop to the core.
About empowerment.
There you go. He checks out I think that's a good one, Spoolz. He checks off a lot of boxes, but
It's too bad he squandered all that.
bingo. It is like
They mad.
You know who's not on that list? Big Sean.
Yeah.
Why you laugh at Big Sean?
because I don't like Big Sean.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm with Spoolz 100%.
I haven't
on
heard
that.
much of Big Sean lately, actually.
Boy,
He actually took a hiatus.
I'm cool.
He took a life hiatus.
I like
good-
Janae Aiko
good
though.
for him.
Aiko. Shout out to Aiko.
Are they
Is Aiko-
together? They're like together.
I don't know what's going on with that situation, but he had an article that came out. I didn't read it, but I seen it pop up where he was explaining why he took a year off to kind of get himself
Personal
together.
issues?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. Like he not trash. So I'm not going to jump out the window now.
I got another wild card.
Oh God.
Freddie Gibbs.
Oh, nice.
Mm,
That's a good one.
he's definitely got the music.
Yeah.
I'll give you
He's
one,
got the
but
music.
he's so underground though.
Currency.
No, not Currency.
Gibbs got the music. He has the music.
He has potential to rise a lot higher too.
I agree. I'm with that one. He definitely has the product.
What's my guy's name though from the DMV?
Odyssey. Oh, for sure.
Oh, Odyssey, yeah.
If he
Odyssey.
was more popular
If people,
in
if
a
people,
better position to
He's
move like that,
People just don't appreciate him. That's
Yeah.
all. He damn near too talented to get appreciated in this era. He's too talented to
Yeah.
me.
But I think he would be one of those.
What about Trippie Redd?
Takes the cake.
See,
Anybody said Trippie Redd yet?
Jay Moore, come on, man. I hear
Wow.
you. I hear you back there.
what about NBA YoungBoy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBA YoungBoy doesn't have whack shit. I mean,
Okay.
he might have some shit you don't fuck with, but he has some alright shit.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna come. I'm gonna tell you what I heard, Spoolz. I'm not bullshitting you. LA Leakers had a freestyle, whatever they were putting some type of series, and a rapper, the Baby, he had a freestyle. He had a
Wow.
no, not the, is that
No,
that one? I get confused.
there's somebody else.
That's somebody else. But the Baby actually had a freestyle on LA Leakers that was cold. I had to sit back and be like, well, damn, am I being the curmudgeon here?
Some of
Do I
these
need to
cats
go back
can
out
rap,
here
they
and look?
just play stupid.
Are they
man.
playing stupid? I think
Some
he
of
might
them
be
do.
one because I saw
Some.
Some, yeah, definitely some.
probably 85% of them probably are just stupid. But there is a percentage of these people that are actually
I don't
playing
know.
the game. Because the Baby, his freestyle was cold. Like, I'm not gonna front, it was cold. I was surprised.
Real quick, on back to some good music. Did you guys hear that Danny
Kanye West.
Brown's
Yeah,
next
that.
album is going to be executive produced by Q-Tip?
Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Yes,
I will
man.
take it. I will take it.
I'm a fan of Danny Brown.
As am I.
I will take it. I'll take that.
I
I'm
like
with it,
Danny.
too.
I like weird Danny Brown and not weird old head Danny Brown. I like both.
I like all of it, dude. I think he's and I love his interviews.
Jack.
Yeah,
That
and he's
Triple
just,
X album was really good.
yes.
I'm not
Head
mad
of
at
his
that.
time.
I'm not
I
up
think.
on. I'm not up on Danny Brown like y'all are. But
He's dope,
I
man.
understand that he is good, and I've heard enough to know that he's good or good for what
Dude
he
can
does.
fucking rap, man.
Yeah, like
he can really rap.
I was surprised until I actually heard he
He
can
did.
rap.
He didn't even like pop off at all until after like he was over 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
And Danny, he's Detroit still, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
He was gonna sign the G Unit,
Yes.
Oh, word?
but
Yeah, he
50
was.
thought he didn't fit the image of G Unit.
Well,
That's
I
the
mean,
only reason he didn't sign him. He didn't sign him because he wasn't
dope.
talented or dope. He signed him because he's like, well, he doesn't
What-
really fit the
Because of the
aesthetic.
clothes he
G-Unit.
wore and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that interview too.
If you
yeah.
think about it, though, Danny Brown would stick way the fuck out with G Unit.
For sure.
What I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I get
absolutely.
it,
Yeah.
but maybe 50 missed out on the bag on that one because he definitely could have, with a G Unit push, he definitely could have been a lot bigger than he is now. I guess we'll say.
It could have been, but it could have been bad for his career too at the same time. Because you gotta understand, G Unit was in a commercial area,
yeah.
Okay.
so they may have taken him and kind of made him not be him.
Okay.
You know, so
There's a chance for
it
that.
may be better that he didn't sign with G Unit.
There's a chance for that. I'm not mad at
But
that.
as far as young cats go, though, are
Yeah.
y'all familiar with YBM Corday?
Yeah.
I heard the name, yeah.
Do you not? You don't like him?
I haven't heard enough to like form an opinion, to be honest.
Okay.
So,
I heard snippets, but I haven't heard enough.
I think he's pretty good.
The Baby surprised me though. I ain't gonna front. He had some heat, and it made me think.
what about the Migos? Are they going to be?
It should be, matter of fact, it should be time for them to drop what Culture. What would it be, 3? If they were to drop another album, I don't know, man. They don't care.
Thank you.
The Migos.
Offset been buying up properties and shit in
Hey,
Atlanta. Trying
Shout
to,
out.
That's
shout,
cool.
Shout out to Offset because he dropped his album. You know, it had the family cover on it with the kids and everything. But he actually, there's a video that's floating around of him getting back with his pops.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
saw that.
And
too.
he actually sought out to go get his pops. It wasn't his pops looking for bread or no dumb shit like that. He actually sought out to find his father. And you see them hugging and stuff. And I'm like, to me, it takes balls to be able to do that. I respect him a whole lot more knowing that he was willing to be like, yo, my dad has some issues. I understand he was going through some stuff. I just want my father to be in my life. I'm going to go find him.
Yeah.
To me, that takes balls. I respect that.
Yeah, that's great. His music still sucks.
Damn.
But that is great. That is great.
It's a good story.
Red August, man. Get your boy, man.
I'm sorry. Was I not? Oh, was I saying something you weren't thinking? I'm sorry.
It ain't about me.
Oh, okay.
But I think that's dope, though. Like, God give him peace for that.
He was trying to give him peas.
Yeah, I'm trying to give him
You
peace.
did. You didn't try. You did.
Sean
that's good.
ate the peas
Oh,
with
wow.
butter.
That's deep, wasn't it, Spoolz?
I just equalized it, right?
Spoolz, that was deep, right?
He was
Yeah,
like, you was
that
giving
was-
peas to Offset, and Sean was
Yeah.
like, I'll take those peas.
I just Tony Starked it.
Damn. All right.
Speaking of that,
Nope. we're
No,
not gonna speak
Spoolz,
on
we ain't
that.
doing. He want to laugh. I'm not giving him that satisfaction. No, man.
somebody one time.
No, man.
Yeah, we're not gonna geek out on you.
We don't want to get. We don't want to get
We don't want
Spoolz.
to talk about that
We
dude
don't-
who got his ass whooped.
We don't want to get Spoolz in the vestibule out
Yeah,
here.
we can talk about that.
You want to
dude.
talk about
All right,
that?
so there was. Matter of fact, you tell the story because I think it's hilarious.
Well, there was a guy. Everybody's familiar with Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
No spoiler alert.
No spoiler. I saw it though. Movie
You know,
store.
I mean, you should have probably seen it by now if you're a fan, but we're not gonna spoil it for you. There was a
Stop,
guy.
man. Stop, Lone.
There was a guy in China, I believe, that was in the movie,
Yeah.
kind of telling what was going on or
Yeah.
yelling out spoilers. He proceeded through what'd you call it?
He left the movie and went out into the vestibule.
There you go.
Yeah, went out
in
to
the
the vestibule.
in the vestibule.
Yeah.
He got that ass kicked.
Like
How
telling
about
spoilers.
Apparently mobbed this dude, right?
Yeah.
Got his ass kicked.
I would
I
love to
mean,
see the video of this
people
dude get his
take-
ass kicked in the vestibule.
People
I
take
think
that.
would be amazing.
People take that really, really seriously.
Yeah, man.
You know,
That's
like
awesome.
I'd have been mad too. Like we've been waiting. Stop. Spoolz, I'd have been mad, man. I'm sorry, man.
I mean-
I'd have been hot.
You wouldn't have stole off on these
Would you?
Spoolz?
Would you gave him one?
I probably would have ran by because
What about you, Spoolz? Would you have gave him one?
If
I
I were
probably
a big
gave one.
Avengers fan like that,
I probably gave him one.
probably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Knight is better than all the.
I wouldn't have
Avengers
popped it
movies.
off. It's not worth popping it off.
See,
Maybe
Red
that's
August,
whack of
see
me.
what I'm talking about?
I wouldn't pop. I wouldn't like roll up. I'd say something to him though.
Oh, yeah,
I'd be like,
definitely
what the
say
fuck
something.
is wrong with
If
you?
he
dude?
said
Like,
something back, then you might have to smack him.
Yeah.
yeah, especially if he did something physical, like tried to push me. Or, yeah, you
It's
gotta,
over
you gotta
with.
steal
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's still on him.
I know what. Yeah.
Man, don't be out here ruining Avengers.
Yeah,
for
Please
man,
people
don't
what's
that
your
ain't
be
seen
deal,
Avengers.
dude? Like you fucking
This is
asshole. Yeah.
mess around, and get your
It's
ass whooped in the
bad.
Yeah, then you
vestibule.
can get your ass whooped in
Yeah.
a vestibule.
Hell yeah.
I wish I wish Facebook had a vestibule.
Man.
Yeah,
Where you
We
could run
put,
into
put
these
dumbass
people that's-
people in there.
Dumbass people,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
It's like let it breathe, man. Like,
There are-
Square off in the vestibule.
People just want to hear it. Just they want to feel important. That's all it is.
Is that
but
what
it's
it
not
is?
important though.
But
It's like
you're
it's
being an
weird. It's a
asshole.
weird energy that you're requesting.
Yeah, that's
When you do
weird
that
to be
shit.
like.
I'm gonna
to
say this. Everybody that after Game of Thrones came
Oh,
out,
man.
they went on there and they had something to say about Arya.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because that was all.
Y'all
over
are
the damn place.
dickheads.
I don't know who that
Oh.
is, but I see why you're mad.
The
'cause you
reason
follow
I'm
it.
not even mad because I watched it, but the fact is like if you watch the show,
Yeah.
and somebody says Arya, oh my god, you automatically know what the fuck happened because you know the show.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So you're a dick. So
Did she
all
bite?
7
did she
of y'all
Bite, did she?
I
fucking
hate,
bitches.
She
I
did
hate
something.
Spoolz, man.
Did she bite it?
Nope.
Nah.
All right.
Hey, they had that chick's face.
I don't
on
watch
like,
this program.
They had that chick's
What is
face
it
on
that
the
she would've bitten?
Dame Lillard meme though. I did see that.
Dust.
Oh,
That was funny. I don't know who she is, but her,
got you.
her face on the Dame Lillard meme was funny.
They had her all over every goddamn thing.
I mean, don't
Had
get me
her
wrong. Arya
dunking
is
on people. They put her.
I have no idea who Arya is, but
well.
Yeah, I
Once
mean,
you
you gotta
watch
get
Game of
familiar.
Thrones,
I know.
I got them all if you want
Is
'em.
she an attractive
need
gal?
She's young, and
She's
it's,
young.
it's
She's-
weird because if you've watched Game of Thrones, you've known her since she was really little,
Since
Yeah.
11.
Oh, okay.
and now she's like
21.
20 something,
Okay.
Oh, word. Okay.
and she's doing grown up things on there, and is
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
weirding people out.
Awkward.
That's awkward.
Yeah,
I hope she ain't. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
It's real.
No more
man.
Game of Thrones talk, but
Yeah,
y'all
real.
still
Don't be out
bitches
here
for that
spoiling
shit.
shit.
yeah, man. Stop that.
Hey,
fool.
Mark-ass busters.
is the vertically challenged gentleman still on the show?
The
Yes.
vertically challenged.
Okay.
Tyrion Lannister. He's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a little person.
Yeah,
Yes. Did I say that right? Vertically
Yeah.
challenged.
I'll take that. It makes sense to me.
maybe. Sounds
Stay
You
off
guys
that,
knew what I meant.
for sure.
Stay off that Game of Thrones, man. Before we catch y'all in the vestibule.
Is he still faded all the time?
No, he had to stop a
He's
little
still
bit.
Did he?
faded.
Yeah.
He had to stop.
That's
a little
all I
bit.
know. My buddy Andy, shout out to my man Andy. We were roommates for like 3 years, and when this show came out, he watched it all the time.
Yeah,
Word.
And I'd catch the occasional episode and just see.
he was wasted and fucking whores the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
how that dude gets
He-
down.
He likes a village whore.
Village.
He likes
whore.
him. He likes him village horror.
Likes
every
him.
now
Hey.
and then.
Village whore. Yeah.
Mhm. Just one in particular.
No,
Is
Well,
he smitten with
at one point
whore?
in time, but
Smitten.
Smitten
at
with
one point in time.
Okay.
Right
yeah,
on.
these got to be careful on the spoilers. You know, if you haven't seen
Yeah.
any of them. Oh no, when is too? That's a good question. When is too early to talk about a spoiler?
Mm.
Is there such a thing?
When did Endgame come out
Well,
this weekend?
with a TV show, obviously it doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, we're like
because-
5 seasons later from that stuff.
well, that stuff. I mean, yeah, that's free game.
For a movie though, like you gotta chill. You gotta chill. What, it came out last Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing record numbers.
Yeah, like it's still.
Mike said he had to wait in line an hour
Yeah.
just to see the
it's
shit.
still fresh. Like you gotta chill. Like at
Damn.
least what 2? At least what 2 week? A week? 2 weeks?
$1.2 billion.
I don't know,
That's
man.
a lot of bread.
How
That's
much
a
did it
lot of
cost to
bread.
make? Anybody know? Curious.
340. I think it was 340 million. I believe.
They got that back.
Yeah, they got it.
Is that including paying the actors?
So much money.
That I don't know. It was
Probably.
either way they're way over
it's
budget.
probably including
Yeah.
paying the actors.
Well,
They
under.
way over budget.
So
Under
Or
much
under budget.
money.
I'm sorry, way over under budget. Like they got a lot of cheese. That's a lot of money, man. For a
Man,
movie.
if you grossing $1 billion on
Yeah.
some shit,
Crazy.
shit.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Dang.
All right. So you brought up Kanye's
So yeah, that dude got his ass whooped in
in
investment.
investment.
Over Avengers.
Over Avengers.
That
Shut
should be
your
the tagline
stupid
for the
mouth and
episode.
let people enjoy things.
Maybe not.
Did y'all? Did anybody hear any new music that I missed? I was listening to Schoolboy Crash
Q.
Talk. Got some heat on there. I like
like
that
it.
one.
I've heard
I
a few
like it.
joints.
Yeah, I like it. The
Not a
production
lot.
production is dope. It varies,
Yeah.
kind of up and down.
Neek's
They're always
project
creative. Neek's project, Questbar,
Quasar.
I'm sorry, Cold.
It's nice.
I think
man.
it's got a lot of jazz on it.
I like that though. It's real
Smooth,
live
real
instrumentation.
Yeah, I like Neek.
I think did Hot D produce this? Him and Neek, or was
Nah,
it?
it was varied.
varied?
Hadi produced a joint on there though.
Okay, so
so-
he had multiple producers on this one.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I know he had
Well, I think GLC even produced a track on there.
Oh yeah.
as a feature as well. I believe
He did some pimp, some
some pimp.
we call pimp gibberish. At the
Yeah,
end.
shout out to GLC and the Pimp Gibberish.
Some
You always
church.
need that church.
Church on the move.
Church on the move.
Speaking of church,
I'm very impressed with Neek. But I wanted to get this one here before we get out of here.
Water and Ty Ferris.
Bulls versus what is it? Bulls
Pistons.
versus Pistons. Yeah.
Nice.
L Brown. Shout out to Clinic had production on that.
Clinic
Nice.
produced the bonus joint. Yeah.
No shit.
Who else was on there with that? It was
Dirty Digs.
No shit.
They had a pretty good
Wow.
production. Yeah. They had a
Yeah.
pretty
No
good
poop.
production.
Who is
no
this?
poop.
Water?
The homie Water and
Okay,
Ty,
from
and then-
Chicago.
And
yeah.
Ty Ferris from Detroit.
Yeah,
Okay.
both incredible MCs.
I gotta check
Yeah.
that shit out.
Yeah. So shout out to the
Your
Clinic
Water's
for getting
dope.
on that, man.
We
Ty
I'm
got
Ferris-
behind.
Ty
on
Ferris
shit.
is a beast out
We-
of Detroit.
we got
He's
the
a
full
beast.
stream on our YouTube.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm
shout out to
behind.
those brothers, man.
I'm still
Uh,
listening to Anderson .Paak's
I love
newest
it.
album.
Good
haven't-
shit.
I
It's
still
really
haven't fully
good.
listened to
What are
it.
you waiting for? Are you
You
trying to
listened
pull
to
one
some
of
of it
them
while we
things
were moving.
like you did with what's his name last year?
Yeah,
when
you
you
need to-
finally listened to it, not the Nipsey.
No,
Well,
not
that's how it
Nipsey.
was with Nipsey last
He was
year,
like
too.
that on
Well,
Victory
you
Lap.
listen to Nipsey kind of early though.
He
I was
didn't- he
mad.
didn't
I was
embrace
mad
it,
late.
though.
I was
He
mad
didn't
late with
embrace it,
Nipsey.
though,
Like
yeah.
I didn't
You was-
know. I didn't listen to the Nipsey project till like June.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to the what's his name, man? R&B cat.
Jaquez.
No, Masego.
I
Yeah.
knew he was gonna say.
I like Masego's joint. I wasn't in love with it though.
I thought it was.
I like Masego, but
How
put me
how
on.
stuck are you on the Ariana Felix Brothers mixtape that we listened to in the car this weekend with Pee Wee Longway, Gucci Mane, and
Yeah, I'm just
Young,
not a
Young Dolph.
not a fan of that.
No?
No.
Sounds like
Sound like unhealthy Gucci.
It was
Oh,
very
wow.
unhealthy Gucci.
But I also have listened to a handful of joints, the ones that you've mentioned. Also, the Salam Remy put out the soundtrack for
listened to
Grass is
that.
Greener.
I didn't hear
listen
that.
to
There's
I
a
need
black-
to watch that.
It's a very good doc. I watched it. Yeah, really good doc.
Fat Freddy told me everybody's high.
See,
Word.
Wow.
no, it's a really informative documentary. But the songs, like, there's a Black Thought song on there that he's singing.
Oh, word.
That's like number 2 on there, ain't it?
2 or
I'm
3.
not mad.
Black,
Really?
Bun B's got a joint on there.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all peep
Damian Marley.
Did y'all peep Bun B Ecstatic?
Just
Yes,
Trillmatic.
I did listen to it.
That's
Did y'all
also
peep
on the
Bun
site.
B
really
pull the strap
good.
out on the cat that tried to rob his wife?
As he should.
Yep.
As he should.
As he
Yep.
should.
Shot him.
Guy comes up to the door, and his wife thinks it's just somebody delivering something or whatever. She opens the door. He pulls a pistol out, and it's like she's like, "There's nothing upstairs. Just take the car." And they walk outside. Obviously, Bun heard something. He comes downstairs.
I want to talk to you on your man in your face.
Bun comes downstairs and it's on and popping. You know what I'm saying?
That was fitting.
That was fitting. Dude ended up going to the hospital for his injuries and got arrested. So.
Yeah, that's how it goes. You fucking with Bun B, Port Arthur's finest, man.
I'm not mad at him.
The fuck
one
are you
bit.
doing, bro?
Fuck is wrong with you? And they say he was walking around the neighborhood just.
He lucky Pimp
obviously
C ain't still here.
That's true.
Right.
You might not have made it out of that situation.
Yeah.
Say
Motherfucker.
man.
What were you gonna say though? You had something you were gonna bring
I
up.
was just thinking about before we get out of here about
Kanye's church.
the concept of Kanye saying that he wants to start a church. I think all this shit
He
is
He got it from
ridiculous.
GLC.
I believe that too.
He can go sit in the corner somewhere.
All right, so here's my question though. He says he wants to start a church. He's been doing the Sunday service
For how
shit,
long?
which is with him basically being on the ASR 10, doing like soul to soul joints, chopping those up with a choir. The choir actually can sing, by the way.
They can.
And they're
Everybody
doing,
in it. Monotone colors.
Yeah, they
everybody
doing
kinda
all this
uniform and
elaborate
shit.
joint.
Yeah.
I don't know how that ties into Sunday service, but
Is this
I'll let
happening
it
in
cook.
Jackson Hole?
No.
what?
It's all over Cali.
But here's
or
my
wherever he
question
decides.
though.
He even had one at Adidas.
Jackson
headquarters.
Hole's beautiful.
Jackson Hole.
He did this joint at Coachella, and in a big grass mound or some shit where people were all around watching. Here's my question though. About 5 or 6 months ago, he was in the White House with Trump with a MAGA hat on, talking about how he deserves to get the flyest planes. Now he's gonna start a church and he's selling Holy Spirit merch for like $250. Is this a rebrand or is he just out of his fucking mind?
I mean,
I'm confused.
you got to understand this is Kanye, bro. So
I don't understand. That's why
Well,
I
you
need
should. You
clarification.
should.
'Cause this sounds
he
like-
feels a certain type of energy off of this thing he does on Sundays.
Okay.
Is what it is, and he's actually been getting back to his musical roots.
So it's not a rebrand.
It's
Yes.
Kanye. I wouldn't even say it's a rebrand.
Okay.
Kanye's constantly always doing something. So is it really a rebrand or is it just
For Kanye, it's a
this
rebrand.
is this week's Kanye?
Here's
Right.
why I think it's a rebrand. You play on the fact that black people didn't rock with you on the Trump joint, but I know they'll get behind me on the church aspect.
He didn't lose a whole lot of people off that though.
You know what?
He lost.
As
some
sad as
people.
that is to say, you might be right.
It's the
I
truth.
might have to stand corrected on that. Because there are a lot of people that I know that continuously rock with Kanye,
I mean,
no matter
you
what
gotta
he
understand
does.
the generation that we're dealing with. We just said a few episodes back that Tekashi 6ix9ine would get a pass whenever the fuck he gets out of prison.
I believe that.
That shit wouldn't fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
That's ignorant.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Get your
So
boy Red August.
he may have lost some listeners,
Yeah.
some followers, but at the same time, those same listeners and followers that he lost are still in tune with the fuck with what he's doing.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping that whatever's going on, that is not a smokescreen to come out and feed you some bullshit.
I look at him the same way I look at Jay Electronica, in a sense. Like, show me something before I care. Show me something like significant.
Well,
it's
he
just
kind of
Kanye.
did though last June.
Kanye's has got to be a lot higher than Jay Electronica's though. Like Kanye has done a lot of just fuckery.
Do you think Kanye has done himself a tremendous disservice by
Sunday
being
service.
so over the top, arrogant and cocky?
I think it's just
Do you
him.
think he's done himself a disservice because almost to the point where nothing he could ever make would ever live up to how he would describe it? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Do you think there's any truth to that?
Kinda, I do because
Especially for fans and
Yeah.
and common fans,
like
not
I mean, I
even
just
diehard
literally-
fans.
I
but
literally
common
just
fans.
went back and listened to, like I was saying earlier, trying to listen to his discography today, and I was trying to pinpoint where he kind of went this way.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason why I did it.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of hear where
Was it the bleached asshole line?
that's far though.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's
It happened.
more
It happened
new shit.
before that line. Is what
I mean,
you're
you got to
saying.
kind of start picking up on it early.
The left-hand turn occurred before that line.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's one of the worst lines in rap.
yeah, but it's one of the dopest fucking beats ever though.
The beat was cold.
That's just hard.
That line is awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
The whole rap is terrible.
Terrible.
But the way that song comes on, never mind all
Yeah.
that shit. But yeah, I mean, I hope that there's a light at the end of the tunnel and he emerges from this and drops some shit that makes sense.
Hey,
Yeah,
man, just get well, man. I hope
That's exactly how I feel.
I
is-
just
yes.
hope everything cool with him and his family and his kids.
Yes.
That's all I care about.
I
I'm
don't
over
care
the
about
bullshit.
his.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
care about
cool.
his music or anything anymore until it matters for me to care about it. But
Yeah.
I
I
hope
don't
I
really
hope he's
care.
well.
Yes.
I'm not going to his church.
I have
No,
zero.
Even if
it's a
he was.
fucking cult.
I'm not drinking the
I have-
Kool-Aid.
I have zero anticipation for anything that he puts out. The family shit though, that's cool. Like, raise your kids, get your life right, have
For
fun.
sure, man.
I'm
That
cool
stuff's
with
way
that.
more important than
They do
Way
be having
more
some
important.
dope
Music.
jam sessions at the Sunday whatever.
Oh, those people can sing their
Yeah,
ass
they
off
be
to be
clowning.
there.
I saw a video Sci-Hi shot at one of them that looked
Yeah.
it was real dope. Yeah.
You can see his daughter running around having a good time. Like, I'm not mad at none of that.
Yeah,
Like, that's dope. So do your thing, bro. Have fun with your family.
good energy.
Yeah.
I will
but
not
I'm cool.
attend the
I'm
church.
cool. I'm
I
cool
will
on the
not
antics.
drink the Kool-Aid if it's a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm cool on the Elf Adidas that I saw today too. Online.
Was it even Adidas? I don't
I
know
don't
what
know,
that
man.
fucking
It looked like the liner
shoe
for a
sock
winter
was.
boot.
It wasn't even a Balenciaga type shoe because it didn't even have a sole on it.
Yeah, it looked like a liner, man, that you don't be on the inside of boots.
It wasn't even a kung fu style shoe because
Nah.
you know those are thin and still have something on there.
Yeah.
Shit wasn't nothing.
It just looks
Basic
like
as
looks
fuck.
like a liner.
I'm cool.
He could have been in Lord of the Rings with those. One of those.
Nah.
Like Lily.
He probably could have been in them type of shoes.
Yeah.
Probably Black Swan.
Black Swan.
So they're ballet shoes,
Yeah, they definitely
Probably.
are. He can tiptoe. pretty
form
well
fitting,
enough.
form fitting.
Very form fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah.
crouching tiger, hidden dragons.
It's for
but-
people
Yeah.
with foot fetishes.
Shoes are trash, B.
Shoes trash, son. Is there anything we missing that we need to wrap up? Red August, 2 minutes. You got anything popping? Anything you want to talk about? You were just in New York, sir. Did you have a good time?
It was great. I loved it. Film festival, Tribeca.
Hey.
I had to take it. It was abbreviated. Had to come back for family reasons, but no, it was dope. Like great experience.
That's what's
Word.
up.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
Tell me. Great movie, by the way.
Oh, I love it,
The late, great Bernie Mac, Martin, Eddie.
man.
He had a whole bunch of people in that one, low key.
Oh yeah,
That movie's classic.
Indeed.
I'm trying to think.
Life for those that don't know.
yeah. It's
Like, yeah.
incredible. My toes in the bottom. God damn it.
Tell him about the gun line boss.
Tell him about the gun line, boss.
Yo, Eddie said.
He goes this. He goes like this. He goes, every morning I wake up hoping you two have died, and every morning I wake up and you disappoint me.
Yo,
And
That's
they
good
go,
shit.
sorry, boss. That's all this is.
yo, there's a video TMZ had of Eddie Murphy talking about Coming to America 2, and Akon said he should have people audition that are 100% like actual African people. Eddie was like, man, it is one dude that's funny as an African, and it's Michael Blackson.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Like he shouted him out like that dude is funny. So I don't know, man.
Michael Blackson
we'll see.
been out here for a minute though. So
I'm not mad at Michael Blackson getting that look though. I ain't gonna
from
hold
Philly.
you. Yeah, shout
he
out
African, but he from Philly.
100%. Is there anything else I missed before we wrap it up?
Nah, man.
All right, I'll wrap it up there. Shout out to Jay Moore, Red August, Lonegevity, DJ Jay Diff, DJ Spoolz. I am Major 7th. We will see you next week. Make sure you check our Patreon /New Old Heads, and also visit bringingdowntheband.com for all of our podcast material. Go to YouTube and subscribe as well, and we will see y'all next week. Peace.